I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, can a game have that quality to it? Can a game manage to make every sunset different and you never get tired of looking at them? And I suppose if any game can do that, right now it would be No Man's Sky. If any game has the potential to achieve that. Seasons? Right, like the seasons come and go, and you never really get bored of seasons. I guess because we evolved like that, right? I suppose if you had like 2 years of winter and then 2 years of summer, you would get bored of it. Because your brain, like your unconscious mind is not actually evolved in that environment, and so it would seem strange after a while. Like after the first year of summer, you're like, something's not right here. Just instinctively. In fact, even like living too far north messes people up sometimes. Or living in Antarctica messes people up. The 6 months of darkness. Maybe video games shouldn't compress time so much. Because like a day-night cycle in Minecraft is what, 10 minutes? 20 minutes? And you compress time because people don't have hours and hours and hours to play the game, sure, right, I get it. But maybe some things, when you compress them too much, it makes the game just boring. Harvey says there's a mod 2 in Skyrim that introduces seasons. Man, that's... I'd like that. I would like that. Conceivably, it's not that hard. It's just like a different sense of weather, maybe different sets of light. You like put the sun in a different place, depending on the season. Like most of the ingredients are in Skyrim already, right? You just have to use them. Lighting, weather. The like sunlight and skylight. Yeah, you know, now that you say it, Harvard, I'm kind of wondering, like, why do Bethesda games not have seasons? Fallout and the Elder Scrolls series. It shouldn't be that hard, right? They've got most of the pieces already. By not too hard, I mean like they've done most of the hard work. All the hard work has mostly been done. then, okay, let's say you have seasons. After that, what if you have like, what if the plants slowly grow? What if you have like actual ecosystems? Trees like grow and then they fall over after a while, they get too old. You almost have that with some of these games. I mean, trees kind of, they don't really grow in Minecraft, but they kind of do. They don't fall down by themselves though, and they don't like drop seeds. Is that too hard? Just have like a whole ecosystem simulation. I remember hearing once, I don't know which MMO it was, it might have been World of Warcraft. One of these MMOs was initially designed with like an ecosystem. There'd be like rabbits and wolves, right? And the wolves would eat the rabbits, and they'll maintain a balance. But then as soon as they tested it, the players would just kill all the animals. And then the landscape would be barren. The players would just come in, slaughter all the animals, get all the meat and the fur, and then just destroy the ecosystem. And so they had to, for the sake of the game, they have to just spawn animals and not actually have a working ecosystem. Because otherwise all the players would just destroy everything. I guess what I'm trying to say is the idea is interesting, but it's possibly more complex than we might imagine to implement. Kinda like real life, to be honest. The humans come in and just slaughter everything. No, it's too complicated. I'm just thinking now, trying to do a whole ecology simulation. That's way too complicated. Unless you had a lot of computers running in parallel, wouldn't that be interesting? Like you have a huge server farm, and like each computer controls one animal. Like this one is a bunny, this one is a dog, this one is a tiger. And so then each computer just like is independently doing its thing within the game environment. And you have like tens of thousands of NPC animals. That would be interesting. Not sure if it's good, but man, That's something Google can afford to do and nobody else. Maybe Amazon can afford it. I was thinking like a single computer just can't do it. Because some of these simulation games already destroy computers. X3. Howard says I'm of the opinion we are in that kind of sim. I mean, we could be. How would we know? I mean, there are like, because if you like quantum physics says that there's a minimum size, like the Planck length or whatever it is. There's a minimum size below which things don't make sense, right? And so that would be the size of a pixel. If reality was a simulation, then the quantum, like the particles that can't be divided, those would be the pixels, right? I mean, why is there quantum physics? Why is there a particular size below which you can't divide anything? Although if the universe is a simulation, then whatever is simulating the universe is so complex and so huge that we have no way to imagine it. How is this not a pixel? That implies a screen. Planck constant is the hertz of the CPU. Yeah. But Planck constant, like there's a number of things. There's like a time constant. There's like a size constant. There's like a weight constant. So there's like a number of like minimums. It is a little bit suspicious, Sava. I mean, before we discovered quantum physics, maybe it was less suspicious. Now, though. I wonder how long it will take us to figure out what dark matter is. How long will it take us to figure it out? I guess it'll be the next Einstein to figure it out. Maybe it'll be AI, maybe we won't even figure it out, it won't be us. It'll be the machines. Although, if it is a simulation, however, things have been remarkably consistent, right? There's no noticeable bugs or errors, or maybe we just don't notice them. But you know, like the laws of physics, as far as we can tell, are completely consistent. Which is remarkable because the computers we build aren't that reliable. Aren't nearly as reliable. Even when simulating things that are far simpler. Maybe the simulation runs Linux. Counterpoint black holes, well, we don't understand them. It doesn't necessarily mean they break the they break the simulation. But they could be memory leaks, black holes. So like, the universe is a server farm, and the black hole is where a server has crashed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The equivalent of Java's garbage collection algorithm. You know, Java. It doesn't. Yeah, no, you're right. I was gonna say, like, Java, it still has a lot of garbage, Java. It tends to accumulate garbage remarkably quickly. I guess that is like the black holes, like, if you keep collecting the garbage, but there's still more, somehow. Poor Java. Java, in hindsight, is it a good idea or a bad idea, Java? Like, if you propose to me Java, it sounds like a good idea, right? Like it's like it's a language that runs on multiple platforms, and it's easy to learn and easy to read. But then it turns out it has massive overhead